I've just attended a public hearing where the topic of discussion was a proposed development for this site back here, an old Coast Mountain Bus Company depot now owned by TransLink. And TransLink, through its development company, would like to turn this basically empty lot, used for some storage of vehicles and whatnot, would like to turn it into a major development with 352 new housing units. A 14-story building, a 12-story building, 2 6-story buildings, and 8 townhomes just up here on Ridgeway that would be 3 stories and would be for sale. The rest of this development would be rental properties. I'm Jeremy Cato, and this is the North Shore. Thanks for watching, and if you have not already subscribed, please do. It really helps the channel. This proposal requires a full amendment to the city's official community plan because Moodyville was designed as a mid-rise neighborhood, not a high-rise district. This area along East 3rd has already witnessed a ton of development. So it's not out of character to expect TransLink to take this land here, this empty land that it's not using anymore, and turn it into residential housing for the profit. I mean, TransLink does need the money. Many, maybe most at the information session I attended, weren't opposed to development here. But what they did object to, what a lot of folks did object to, were the 2 high-rise buildings, 12 stories and 14 stories, which seemed quite out of character in an area where there are mostly single-family dwellings and low-rise condominium developments. Like every city in BC, North Vancouver is under pressure from the province to increase housing density. But this site goes well beyond what Moodyville's plan originally envisioned, and residents feel blindsided by the scale. East 3rd is a major thoroughfare that leads to the Second Narrows Bridge, and East 3rd along here is often clogged with traffic all the way from the Second Narrows Bridge to Lonsdale Avenue. And so one of the questions was, how are we going to manage the traffic? And there were other issues around infrastructure having to do with sewage and water management and power and all the other things that come with any new major development. A lot of folks also wanted to know, why is TransLink getting into the development business in the first place? TransLink is turning to real estate development because it needs new non-fare revenue sources. But whether a regional transit authority should also act as a property developer, especially on this scale, is a question many residents are raising. My takeaway from the information session I attended is the following. People here are not against all development. They understand density is part of the future of the North Shore, but they do have legitimate concerns with high-rise towers in a neighborhood that was never planned for them. A secondary consideration, and also a major one, infrastructure. Why aren't higher levels of government supporting infrastructure so that these kinds of developments can proceed without completely disrupting traffic patterns, creating gridlock, and causing nightmares for the people who live here? What are residents asking for? They're asking for scale, planning, and the infrastructure that is a match for the community they live in. So the question here is simple. Does this project fit the neighborhood, and can the city support it without overwhelming the people who already live here? I'm Jeremy Cato, and this is the North Shore. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.